So you all know our Gangtok is growing very fast. And we don't have a proper plan for Gangtok as such. We have a 2041 master plan ko lagi एउटा vision document बनाएर छ, where it's more talking about like Rumtek, Rangka, Luing, Busuk, those areas. And then abo हालैमा there's a local area plan सुरु भएको छ, which is talking about like ward wise. Out of like 19, I think they've taken on 9 wards. गर्दाखेरि ग्याङटोकको लागि चाहिँ एउटा प्लान चाहिँ भएको छैन. And then it's in a way there are plans made, but it's like it's not getting integrated and एउटा holistic एउटा पाराले हामीले हेर्नु छैन गर्दाखेरि. So we've been thinking about this for some time, and especially regarding the ropeway proposal which is planned. So we saw what the government had done. So it is like the ropeway is following the more or less like the national highway all the way up till Vajra, and so we felt that the route, because if you look at Gangtok, there's an opportunity here for us because we haven't like have a plan as yet. But there is a chance to have another way of thinking about like how Gangtok could grow and expand. And we know that roads and cars, in a way, it is kind of reached a bottleneck, almost like a gridlock situation. There are more and more roads coming, cars coming on the road every day. And but bato banaune jagai chaina. Now people are talking about like scary, like like double-story road, and mechanical like parking, and also we're getting into like I don't think it's a good place. So how can we think about transportation, which if there's another kind of transportation which is not like roads and cars? So Gadakiri, there is a matrix that we kind of like felt it would work very well, which is using the ropeway. And also, the other thing, to understand, I'm just jumping a little bit, is that transportation in the hills especially is not just a means of like going from one place to the other. It's also, as soon as you have transportation and you have communication, like as soon as a road is made, that also becomes an artery along which like the city tends to grow and urbanization starts happening. So if you can make a place accessible, so that's also the place where the place is going to grow. So the ropeway stations could be strategically placed in areas of Gangtok or areas on the Gangtok massive which doesn't have a road connection, but which has like a lot of land available. So because the ropeway, we know it can be used like for multiple purposes. It can also be used for construction, and there are ways of doing that. So so this was the original like plan that we had seen like from the presentation, that Ranipul got a seed that they were going to MP Golai and to Manipal and to Deorali. So we were just thinking that below Libing there's a lot of like good land over there, and above Ranipul. So Ranipul got saying, why can't we go make 2 stops or 3 or 1 or whatever, but there is land over here. But then if you take the ropeway there, and suppose we have a settlement, there is land over here, a settlement there which is connected by the ropeway, and the settlement is Costa Khalke Banemuchi, and it's like level, like following the contour. So we have level like paths, because like if you see MG Marg, if you see development area, as soon as you have a level road, so then straight away it becomes like very comfortable to walk. It's kind of like becomes a public place. It's like shops start coming up, like kids start playing over there. So instead of having and that also becomes a good place to create a kind of a neighborhood kake situation. So Galagiri, what we're thinking is we have level roads which are like become arteries for further growth, where but those level roads are connected like mechanically. We can use escalators, we can use other, like if it's very steep, we can use lifts, and also with ramps. So you can walk around. Cycling also becomes viable. You can cycle from here to there. You can take another ramp down. You can take a ramp down, so you can cycle. So it might be an attractive way of living, of planning, like in the future. So the ropeway was making a detour here, and so in a similar way, like if you just point out over here, like even this new road which has come like from Adampul all the way up till Temati, the Khelgaon. So it's very flat road, and it's very beautiful land, and so buildings are starting to come up over there, So we were trying to like propose that why not like plan, since this is already coming up along the river, why not plan this well, but you have to talk to the local like stakeholders, the local landowners for that case, and connect that with the ropeway to like town. So it becomes, you can go to Sokethang, you can go up to the middle of the town also. within like I think in a very short time, like if it's a ropeway, like 10 minutes you would be there. Like so, because we know that housing is a problem in Gangtok, and then we are trying to like even to go around it, like in that children SNT colony, they're trying to put in a ropeway over there. So a ropeway, they're trying to put in a housing colony over there, and it's already congested. There's already more space required over there for parks and all that. So you're saying, why can't we get the human habitation, the new growth of the city into these areas, connected by a ropeway, and plan these new areas really well, because there's enough land, and if we are early into the scene, then we can have the bylaws like plan such that like the green areas remain green, the river remains clean, the other side of the river can also be developed in a way which kind of like creates a nice settlement. So that was like the gist of it.